Hey y'all, I'm Lita. Welcome back to my channel. And on this side of town, we chit chat all about fragrance. During the colder months and the colder season, I do love scents that have a note of plum in them. I always tend to gravitate towards those because I feel like they carry so well in the cold weather. They're deep, they're sexy, and a lot of them really last. So I went through my collection and I found out that I have quite a few scents that do have a note of plum. Some are perfumes, some are mists. So let's get right into my plum collection. First, we have Velvet Plum and Sugar Violets, and this is from the brand Sugar Me Sweet on Etsy. This is their inspiration of Delicia Drench, which is Cheirosa 59. But this one has notes of Velvet Plum, Sugared Violets, Vanilla Orchid, Whipped Amber, Sheer Sandalwood, and Fresh Vetiver. And this is a powdery plum vibe. I do get more powderiness in this than I do in Cheirosa 59. I do have that one in my collection as well. This one does give more powderiness from the Sugar Violets. It does have a bit of woodiness also, just like Cheirosa 59. I think it's about a 95% dupe of that one. I really, really do enjoy this. I've worn quite a bit of it. If I could turn the bottle around, I've worn quite a bit of it, and I will definitely be pulling her back out during these cooler months. Next, we have Dark Plum Vanille, and this is by the Dua brand. This is their inspiration of Mod Vanilla from Ariana Grande. It has notes of musk, plum, freesia, praline, orris root, vanilla, and cacao butter. This is a deep, woody plum scent. A tad bit musky, not too much. And I'm guessing the orris root is what gives it that woody touch. But this one is perfect for this time of year. It's deep. It lasts. It's, again, I always say longevity is not a big deal for me, but the times that I have worn this one, it has lasted pretty well, and it has a great sillage because of the plum note. I feel like deeper, darker notes like plum, they do tend to have a great performance and a great scent bubble. So again, this is Dark Plum Vanille from the Dua brand. Next, we have Midnight Fantasy from Britney Spears. This is one of my favorites from the Fantasy line. I had a smaller bottle and I emptied that one, and then I had to get the bigger bottle because this one is just so good. It has top notes of plum, sour cherry, raspberry, mid notes of orchid, iris, and freesia, base notes vanilla, musk, and amber. I don't think I've sprayed this one since I've purchased it. So let's refresh my scent memory. It's a little tart from the sour cherry. A deep fruity opening. Raspberry, that can also be a tart note as well. The deep sweetness from the plum. You do get a little bit of floral, but it's not too heavy on the floral. This is just good. This is one of those deep, fruity scents. A little bit tart, a little sweet. Just so good. And in this weather, yeah, this one is definitely going to be top tier. I cannot wait to start wearing this one. This is Midnight Fantasy, Britney Spears. Another scent that has a note of plum that I was a little surprised to see that it did have plum in it is Body Al Oud Sublime by Lattafa. And I say I was surprised by the plum because you mostly pick up the note of apple. So let me tell you the notes. It has top notes of apple, lychee, and rose. Mid notes of plum and jasmine. Base notes, vanilla, moss, and patchouli. And this one is often compared to Kayalee's Eating Juicy Apple. A lot of people say that it's a dupe. Then some people say it's not a dupe. They say it's similar, but not like a spot-on dupe. And this one, you mostly get the opening of the apple and the rose. Sweetness from the lychee. Now that I see it's a note of plum in it, when it's transitioning to mid, I do get that deep plum scent. Yeah, this one is really good. This one is deep but fruity, not too heavy on the plum. Don't really pick up on the moss or the patchouli. This one is really, really beautiful. A beautiful, well-rounded scent, especially if you are one that likes apple notes. And I feel like also during the fall, apple is good, and apple and plum mix is definitely, definitely top tier. And again, this is Sublime Body Oud Sublime by Lattafa. I have two fragrances from The Good Scent, and this is a company that you can find at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. This one is called Manifest Your Happiness. And I love that The Good Scent puts the notes on the back so you can see exactly what you're getting. This one has top notes of juicy plum, lime, lavender bloom, mid notes coconut water, white orchid, base notes vanilla bean and blonde woods. This one is more like an aquatic plum because the plum isn't super deep, super rich, super heavy. It's more on the light, watery side. And then the lime comes in and gives it like a teeny tiny bit of a citrusy feel. The coconut water is really what makes it more on the watery side. Instead of like a deep, heavy plum, a deep, rich plum that would really project and carry in the cold weather. But this one is really good too. I really do like this one. Now, not more so for this time of year. I might wear this if I wanted to do something light and fruity versus like a deep, heavier plum scent. But it's, it still has a note of plum, so I thought I'd mention it. And again, this is Manifest Your Happiness. And they have this at TJ Maxx right now. Also from The Good Scent, we have Spellbound. This one has notes of juicy apricot, plum nectar, wild lily, rosemary. Mid notes, blooming jasmine, warm amber. Base notes, toasted tonka bean, and caramel glaze. I want to spray this one on my hand. I want to see if I can get some of that caramel in the dry down. This one is a fruity, slightly floral, very heavy on the toasted tonka bean and caramel glaze in the dry down. All of this balances out so good. It smells amazing. You do get a blast of the plum nectar in the beginning, but as it transitions to the base notes, it does kind of fade away. But again, it does have a note of plum, so I thought I'd mention that. But the toasted tonka bean and the caramel glaze, they are so strong and there in the dry down, and it smells so good. Oh, this one will be perfect to layer with a lot of gourmands, to be honest. And again, this one is Spellbound by The Good Scent. And this one is also available right now at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. All right, next we're going to get into some mists. We have, of course, Cheirosa 40, which is the black amber plum and vanilla woods. Most of us already know what this one smells like. But like I mentioned earlier, or I think I mentioned earlier, dark plum vanille, it does remind me a lot of Cheirosa 40. This is a woody plum scent. It's not super sweet. It's kind of a tart plum with a lot of woodiness. It has notes, top notes, black amber plum, cream de cassis, mid notes, jasmine blooms, Brazilian orchid, dry down, vanilla woods, and warm musk. And you definitely get the woody vanilla in the dry down. This is a very deep, seductive, dark, woody plum. And for this time of year is my favorite time to wear this one. I usually wear it alone because this one can definitely hold its own. It doesn't need anything else to help it along the way. And again, this is Chirosa 40. Next, we have Pure Seduction from Victoria's Secret. This one is Juice Plum and Crushed Freesia. And this one is also this is a deep fruity plum scent. The freesia does come through, not too much. I feel like this plum is a little, just a hair on the tart side. So the freesia kind of sweetens it up, brightens it up, livens it up a little bit, if you will. And I think all the Pure Seduction flankers have some type of plum note in them. But this is definitely perfect for this time of year. And again, that is Pure Seduction. A newer one to my collection is Bodycology's Winter Plum. I don't think this one is sold alone. I got this in a gift set that I got. It came with like a candle, bath bomb, socks, things like that. So I don't think this is sold as just a single scent. I think you can only get it in a gift set. And this one has notes of juicy plum, white florals, and champagne. And it is definitely a sparkling, rich plum scent. Smells really, really good. I really do enjoy it. This is definitely my vibe for this time of year. And I also just adore fruity, sweet scents. And this is definitely given that. Next, we have Pink Sugar Plum. This is from Dirty Soul Soap Company. Okay, I was trying to see if you can see the label. Yeah, this is from Dirty Soul Soap Company. And I do have a very big haul coming up from them really soon. So stay tuned for that. This one has notes of sugar plum, sparkling tangerine, and vanilla musk. This one is a sparkling sweet candy-like plum. I definitely get candy vibes from this one. It's really pretty, really sweet, really feminine, and like really festive. Like, you know, it kind of reminds you of like gumdrops that you would see on a gingerbread house. It gives that type of sweetness, that type of gummy, sweet candy vibe. I love this one. And again, that is Pink Sugar Plum from Dirty Soul Soap Company. All right, my last two are from Bath and Body Works. We have Fall and Bloom. This one has notes of juicy plum, wild blooms, and velvet moss. I forgot what a lot of people were saying this was the dupe for. Some perfume, I'm not sure. The velvety plum, yeah, it's a smooth, rich plum. Floral, a tad bit woody. You don't really pick up on the velvet moss too much. That's like way in the background. But this is a perfect scent for this time of year. And the name is perfect, Fall and Bloom. It's a deep, fruity, juicy, floral scent. That is just amazing. I love this one. And last we have Vampire Blood. This has notes of red berries, night blooming jasmine, and petrifying plum. This is a deep berry scent with hints of the plum in the background. And the juice is perfect because when you smell this, you immediately think, you know, of the color red. You think of like if strawberries and raspberries and cherries were kind of all mixed together, and you threw in sprinkles of plum, then that's what you would get. It's a super juicy, fruity berry scent with plum in the background. Again, perfect for this time of year. And this is Vampire Blood. So these are all the scents that I have in my collection that have a plum note in them. And I think that's all that I have currently. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, turn on post notifications, and comment down below if you like the plum note. If you have any scents in your collection that were not in the video that also have a plum note. And remember, when you smell good, you feel good. And that's the best form of self-care. Until next time.